What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Chance Bishop Show for episode 68 of our Madden 24 Philadelphia Eagles franchise mode here on the channel, taking a look at how the playoffs are coming around here for the 2026 season. Got to think Eagles and Titans are the 1 seeds. But coming into week 13, the Eagles are taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Alright, so it is a cross-state rivalry we have going on right now. Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. The one-time Steagles, they have Kenny Pickett as their starting QB. Bold strategy there for the Steelers. They have Najee Harris at running back, as well as Kenny Gainwell, former Philadelphia Eagle in his own right. They got Patrick Ricard. They got George Pickens, Nico Collins, that guy. Colsey, Pat Fairmouth. They only have 4 wide receivers on their roster, but Pat Fairmouth is their tight end. Broderick Jones, Damian Lewis at left guard, Brewer at center right there, 72 overall, James Daniels at right guard, 82 overall, and right tackle Chris Lowry. Alright, Michael Williams is the defensive end, as well as Jonathan Grenard. Keanu Benton is their D tackle, as well as Stephen Sharp. They do have Milton Williams, another former Eagle right there in the middle. They have Isaac at left outside linebacker. The middle they have Anthony Hill Jr., as well as Barrett Carter. And now right outside linebacker, they got Alex Highsmith. So an okay linebacking core, it seems like. Joey Porter Jr. is corner 1. Avonte Maddox, former Eagle, again. You know, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they really do like their Philadelphia Eagles. Minkah Fitzpatrick, there you go, you like to see him. You know, former Miami Dolphin, now he is a Pittsburgh Steeler. Then we also have Terrell Edmonds, who is a former Eagle. Lots and lots of former Eagles here on this team. Harrison Mevis is their kicker. Alright, so they don't have Boswell anymore up here. So R.I.P. the Killer Bees of Ben, Bell, and Boswell, and Brown. And Ryan Wright is their kicker. TJ Watt finds himself on the injury list. He's out for another week with a dislocated wrist. Deontay Johnson's out with a back strain for another week. They have our halfback Anthony Peoples out with a shoulder strain out for another week. And then Keanu Neal, the safety, is out with a torn pectoral muscle, and he's done for the season right there. Found himself on that IR. Hate to see that there for Keanu Neal. But how are we going to stop this team? Well, they are a top 10 passing offense, but they are a bottom 20 running offense. So we're going to stop the pass. Focus on the pass right there. They prioritize passing it short. So we're going to take advantage of that, and we're going to take away that passing game. Now, defensively, they're the 29th ranked defense against the rush, and the 23rd ranked against the pass. So either or will play, into the Eagles' favor. But no T.J. Watt. We're going to worry about running the ball right there. We have Will Shipley, who is coming off a career game last week, but I think he can definitely take advantage of a T.J. Watt-less, Pittsburgh Steelers. But as we're going through our injuries right here, so far the offensive line was good, the quarterbacks are good, as well as the receivers and the halfbacks. Going on to the defense right now, Clowney, Reddick, Ellis, Nolan Smith, they got Booker, Carter. Everyone's good so far. Defensive line is golden. The linebacking core is solid, as well as the secondary. Corners are good, free and strong. Safeties are healthy, and special teams unit is kicking it as always. So let's go special teams unit. You love to see them get things done here for the Philadelphia Eagles. Honestly, the Eagles have one of the best special team units in the entire league. Let's be honest right now. What was it? A couple episodes ago, Philadelphia, they went all the way down to New Orleans, and special teams ran away with it. Britton Covey from special teams, I get it. That was a whole episode that highlighted him. And I think it's still underrated, the kind of game he had right there. Kickoff return for a touchdown, punt return for a touchdown. Dude had some, 300 all-purpose yards from special teams alone. That's like a season for some of the special teamers you see in the Madden sim, because the game just doesn't take people out of the end zone for whatever reason. Yeah, it's funny right there that Britton Covey is by far the best, and I mean the best kick returner in the entire league. Chad Johnson Jr., I don't think he's had a catch his entire career. I think he's literally just on the roster right now as a body, which, there's nothing wrong with it. He was a late round draft pick. just for name value alone. And that's it, honestly. That's nothing special about Chad Johnson Jr. So the fact that he's just sitting on the roster, I mean, he's going to collect a few rings probably, get a ring or two, just being a bench piece. I mean, nothing wrong with that at all. Honestly, I think the fact that they're keeping young players on the roster just to kind of learn, soak in all that knowledge, and, that's something that a lot of players just aren't given in this day and age. You don't get the ability to sit on a roster and learn. It's, what are you producing for me now? But with players like Will Shipley who are stepping up big time, and you have Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown, and even Brendan Rice, those guys are the big parts of the offense, right now. And then DeAndre Swift when he's back, and it's a well-oiled machine right here. That's how you're talking about the tight ends, Dallas Goedert and Pimpton. There's a lot of talent here offensively on this team. It's not just a defensive first team anymore. Gonna be honest with you there. But out comes Kenny Pickett and the Steelers here at Heinz Stadium. You love to see that. The Steelers fans love to see that. They love to see their Pittsburgh Steelers. They are a super passionate fan base here. There is a whole commercial about, I think, a dad's baby threw up and he could have used a terrible towel that a player tossed up to him, but he used his dress shirt instead to clean up the baby vomit, just to show you how loyal Steelers fans are. I get it, man. I get it. But 2,700 yards, 17 touchdowns, 8 interceptions for Kenny Pickett. And honestly, not the worst stats. 2-to-1 touchdown interception ratio, probably not the best look here in the league. But 2nd and 12 after a negative rush attempt. You got Jalen Carter just bullying Kenny Pickett in the offensive line. Nolan Smith goes in there, finishes up that sack. Fumble picked up by the O-line. It's going to be a 3rd and 20 now. So Philadelphia getting after Kenny Pickett early here in this one. 3rd and 20. Jalen Carter already proven to take on the line by himself. He's double-teamed, 3rd play of the game. Pickett scrambling. Davis tries to take him down. He does get tripped up from behind. So that's going to be a scramble there. He gained like 18 yards on the scramble. But out comes the man, the myth, the legend, Archie Manning, a former Texas quarterback. Former 1st overall draft pick Archie Manning. 2,700 yards, 26 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. 2.5 touchdowns to interception ratio. So, a little better than Kenny's. But 3rd and 11, go down underneath, caught by Goddard. Yeah, but we can't get all those yards back. It is going to be a punt here, 3 and out on the first drive of the game. 3rd and 7 here for those Steelers. Come on, defense, get something here. Pickett throwing that one way out of bounds on that. Didn't even try to scramble, just chucked it away. I'm not really a rules guy here, but can you do that? 3rd and 14, going for a screen pass here. Trying to follow the blockers, but just couldn't get them all blocked up. 32 there is going to make the tackle. It's going to be one of the defensive backs right there on Will Shipley. So another 3 and out and a punt. 1st and 10 here for the Steelers. Backed up all the way to their 7. Pickett. That's going to be sacked in the end zone there. Nolan Smith for the safety. And the Eagles going to strike first here with the defensive points. You love to see that. The Eagles, they are a menacing defense here. Play action again. Underneath throw. It's Devontae Smith. And Smith, there you go, breaks past the defenders. Gets up the field for the first down at the Steelers' 27. Now 1st and 10 from that 27. Here we go. Another drag route underneath. And that's going to be Brendan Rice. Takes a couple of hits there, and he's going to be down at the 9. Brendan Rice, a pivotal piece to this team's offense. 1st and goal. Here we go. Little bubble screen there. Brendan Rice again. Foot race into the end zone. Yeah, can't tackle Brendan Rice with a full head of steam there. So Brendan Rice with the touchdown. First touchdown of the game does go to Philadelphia. 9-0 is the score here. And Pickett tries to scramble free. Gets sacked, though, on 2nd down. Nolan Smith gets home again on this one. It's going to be a 3rd and 19. So 3rd and 19 following the sack. Pickett scrambling. Pickett out of the pocket. Throws that one away. Kenny Pickett is going to have more completions to the sideline. He's going to have those own receivers by the end of this game. Just going to be honest with you. Pickett, not a good quarterback in the game. Now, 1st and 10 here from the 42. Hand off to Will Shipley. Shipley, He's got himself about 19 yards, 18, 19 yards on that carry. He's got 7 carries for about 48 yards on the day, averaging just under 7 a carry. 2nd and 9 now. Here we go. Handoff to Manning. Manning outside the pocket. Manning throwing deep. That one's caught by Smith. Smith wrapped up there by some defensive backs. He's going to be down at the 2-yard line. That is going to be a very big pickup right there for Devontae Smith. 3rd and goal from that 5. Now they went backwards on a couple of plays. Oh, there you go. That's going to be Goddard down low. I'm sure they did have a receiver on the other side of the field, but Manning locked in on Dallas Goddard. So the Eagles do lead going into halftime. Steelers are shut out. We're going to try to run the ball, to kill as much clock as possible. Throw that chew clock on. And defensively, well, the Eagles are doing a lot of things right now. Pass rush is being absolutely brutal here. They're absolutely teeing off on Kenny Pickett. I say that as Will Shipley fumbles it on the Eagles side of the field right there. Just a massive hit right there on Will Shipley. Coughs the ball up. Turnover at their 34. 2nd and 10 now. Come on, we need that defense. We're just talking about that defense. Get a sack. There you go. Force them back. 3rd and 18 from the 42. Another sack right there. They're out of field goal range. Honestly, depending on how good their kicker is, they might be out of field goal range right now. So for the 42-yard line, here we go. Pass rush, scramblings, Pickett sideline, and that's going to be a catch. 4th and 6, what was that, 12-yard pickup, from the 30 now. Yeah, that sets up the field goal on 4th down. 2nd and 11, play action. Not quite going to hand it off to Shipley yet, but a sack on 2nd down makes it a 3rd and 19. That's going to be Highsmith there on the sack. 3rd and 19 now here on 3rd down. Can't have a 3-and-out following a touchdown, or a point scored by the Steelers. And there you go, Brendan Rice gets the 19 yards and then some. He's just entirely getting the Eagles that ball back. There you go, from the 36 now, here on the Eagles side of the field. 2nd and 6 from that 40-yard line. Dropping back is Manning. Manning, he's got a receiver open down low. It's Devontae Smith. Smith tries to juke to the inside. He's going to get wrapped up, though, tackled at the 36-yard line on the Steelers' side of the field. So now on the Steelers' side of the field, there's a lot of things the Eagles can do right now. Got about 4 minutes left here in this 3rd quarter. Manning fires right in that tight window. His defensive back, he misses right there. That's going to be down at the 5. Devontae Smith, he's working his way down the field right there. You like to see that for the former Alabama product. Now here we go, 3rd and goal from that 5-yard line. Eagles have gone nowhere. Throwing that one. That one's broken up, intended for Devontae Smith. Yeah, that was a tight window there. Double coverage. Smith probably could have had it, honestly. But Jake Elliott, best kicker in the league. He's going to take the field goal. Makes this a 19-3 game. So 19-3 now here for Philadelphia. Oh, Najee Harris, he gets the 1st down because, well, I think Hassan Reddick tripped right there. Absolutely stumbled on the play, gets the defender, and just falls down. 3rd and 13 now. Pickett going to roll out. Pickett going to throw it. And I guess Pickett can't do the Patrick Mahomes spin throw animation, so he just throws that one out of bounds. Again, Kenny Pickett, I guarantee, has more completions to the sideline than to his own receivers. Into the 4th quarter now. Here we go. Will Shipley time. Shipley kicks to the outside. Shipley, one man to beat. Shipley down the sideline. Shipley at the 17-yard line. A massive pickup there for the former Clemson running back, Will Shipley. Eat the clock. Will Shipley didn't get the memo there. He takes that all the way down to the Steelers' red zone. In Philadelphia, they are in prime position for more points here on this drive. Now, there you go. Quick throw from that 13. Devontae Smith finally gets his touchdown. I was trying to go for it a couple drives ago, but set up for a field goal. But now Devontae Smith does end up in the end zone there. You love to see that for Philadelphia. Philadelphia up 26-3, and that's how this game is gonna end right there. You hate to see that. You hate to see it, Steelers fans. Gotta think Mike Tomlin here. He's the offensive coordinator for Philadelphia Eagles. And the former head coach, former Super Bowl winning coach for the Steelers. Yeah, didn't quite cut it, honestly. I'm honest with you. Mike Tomlin did not cut it here in, he didn't cut it as the head coach, but you know what he did do? He really did embarrass, offensively, the Steelers defense. Without TJ Watt, No TJ Watt. The Steelers, they didn't have it. 212 yards, 3 touchdowns for Archie Manning. Shipley, a $197. He did have a fumble, though, which was brutal. Elliott had 27 yards. Yeah, the receivers, they didn't do well running it. Smith, 110 yards, 60 from Rice, 20 from Goddard with an injury. Hate to see that. 12 from A.J. Brown with an injury. Shipley had 10 on a screen pass. Johnson, 2 sacks allowed. 6 pancakes from Malata and Powers. Tackles were led by Nolan Smith with 5. Okay, TFLs were led by Nolan Smith with 4. 3 sacks from Nolan Smith, 2.5 from Jalen Carter, 1.5 there from Keely Ringo. There were no turnovers for the Eagles defense. 3 extra points for Elliott, as well as 1 field goal for Jake the Snake Elliott. Stonehouse, 3 punts for a $131, average a lowly 43 yards. That's not quite like Stonehouse there. 3 kick returns for 42 yards for Braden Covey, and 6 punt returns for 28 yards. So even Covey had himself a not-so-great game this episode. Stonehouse, after his probably worst game as an Eagle, gets himself a +1 upgrade right there. Upgrade that power. I mean, it doesn't really do anything to upgrade like his accuracy. So awareness, that's what it says. Upgrades his awareness. Goddard picks up an abdominal tear in today's game. There you go. 3 weeks injury right there. 90 overall tight end. I don't know a player. I think the only player that gets hurt more than Dallas Goedert has to be Wyatt Teller. But it always seems like Goddard's hurt. Always seems like Wyatt Teller's hurt. I mean, you hate to see that. You really do. But we can't dwell on that one, as next episode we're taking on the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle. One of the toughest places to play for any NFL team. Protecting YouTube, though. Peace out. Rock on. Stay safe.